Yeah, again, welcome and thanks a lot for joining here for this webinar on the Business Source Complete database and how to search the database. And I'll just go to the next slide. So this is about the Business Source Complete database, which is a database on the EBSCO host system. EBSCO is the Elton B. Stevens company, and they are providing those databases. And the EBSCO host is the search platform that I will introduce in the next about 30-40 minutes. And just my quick introduction, my name is Georg Vogter, and I'm the training implementation by EBSCO, and also my contact details. So if you run into any issues or any questions with the databases, please feel free to contact me here. Also, during this presentation, you are, of course, welcome to ask me any questions. But your microphones are muted at the moment because of like background noise, etc. So if you have a question, please write it in the chat box. And if you don't see the chat box, you can just go up on the top to the top of the screen, and there you can open the chat box. Okay, so this is the agenda of the next 30-40 minutes, and I will show you a quick PowerPoint first, where I will present. So what is actually in the database? What can you find in the database? And then I'll do a live demo in your setup, and I will present the basic and the advanced search. So for example, I show you where you can find company information and where you can find specific publications like a certain journal. And I will also show you the basic and the advanced search. And then there is the thesaurus, and the thesaurus is the most important tool in the database to help you with your searches. A thesaurus is a list of all the subject terms that our indexers are using here for the database. And in the thesaurus, you can identify the best search term for a certain topic. And there will do some examples there, of course. Then I will also quickly go into all the options that you have with saving, exporting, and printing the articles. So when you have found a couple of articles, so what's the best way to proceed then? So where to save them? And there is one option that I want to promote today, which is like the EBSCO host folder. So you can save all the articles and everything in the database, so you don't have to export everything or print everything. So you can just leave it in the database. You can create your own personal folder there, and all articles will always be there and wait for you there. Okay, so as I mentioned, if there are questions, just let me know. Here's a quick overview of what is in the database. The Business Source Complete database contains premium content of business-related journals, and it's about all journals, disciplines of business like marketing, management, accounting, finance, and also economics. So you have about indexing and abstract for the most important journals here, and you have full text for about 2,000 peer-reviewed journals in the database. There's a thesaurus which I'll present, which helps you with your searches. And there's also author profiles here in the database, where you can see the 40,000 most cited authors here. But there's not only journal articles and journals, but there's also books and monographs. There's case studies. There's industry profiles, country reports. Of course, you can find company information and SWOT analysis for certain companies. So it's a mixture of journal content and book chapters and those specific reports that are gathered from a variety of different publishers here. There's also news articles. So you will also find information about companies from yesterday's newspapers, for example. And there's also the Harvard Faculty Seminar Series videos that you can see here. There's about 57 videos in the database. Those are just like lectures from the Harvard Business School, and you can just view them as a flash movie, and you can take part in those lectures there. Okay. Here's some examples of journals in the database. So there's the Harvard Business Review, for example. There's McKinsey Quarterly, California Management Review. So there's there's top management journals in the database. There's also journals from the sales and marketing, from accounting, and also general business and political and general interest magazines like Time is in there, or Scientific American. If you don't know how to access the database within your library, so just go to www.vlerick.com/library, and there you will see this list. And here on the left side, there's Business Source Complete, and you just click on it, and there's also some more info about how to use this off campus, for example. Here's more info to get. Okay, like here, more info, and then you will open the database. And well, that's it for the PowerPoint. Just go to the live demo then. Just closing this. And in your screen, it looks a bit different. So if you go to the database, you will be on a screen like this. So once you have clicked on Business Source Complete, you will be here, and you are starting with the so-called advanced search screen, where you have more than one search field and also a kind of a variety of different search fields here. Okay. But before I go into here, let me just go to the publications here on the top. There's publications, and this is just like a shelf in the library where you can just access single journal issues. Like if you wanted to go to the Harvard Business Review, for example, you can just search here in the little search field below, browsing publications, Harvard Business, and you just click on searching or browsing, and then there's the Harvard Business Review. You click on the title, and you will see that on the right side you have all the years and all the issues, just like in the library shelf. Just go there, click on a certain issue, and you will see all the articles in this journal. So here's all those 37 articles from this journal, and you will also see there's possibility for an HTML full text or a PDF full text. And let me just open the PDF full text here, and this will show you the first article from the news issue here. So for the editor's letter here in this case. And on the left side, you can just jump to the next article from this issue. You can just browse within the journal here and go to the next article, etc. Okay. If you like this article here and you would like to print it, here in the full text in the browser plugin, there's the printing symbol and also the download symbol. So if you want to download the PDF, you can do it from here. Or if you want to print the article and read it on paper, you can print it from here. Okay. Let's look at the HTML full text instead. So there's also HTML full text. And HTML full text looks a bit boring, but there are some more nice options here as well. So it's just the same articles, but here they are also in HTML, which is basically just the text here. The thing is here with HTML, you can translate the article, and here is the languages you can choose. So if you want to like translate into French, for example, or Dutch, you can just use it here. Like here, click on translate, and this will then translate the article. However, be aware that this is just like Google. It's not Google translation, but it's a little bit like Google, so it's not really 100% correct. But it gives you a nice impression of the article. So if it's in a language that you don't understand, okay. If you are in English, you have also the option to read this article. There's a reading option, and you can also download this article as an MP3. And so you can transfer any HTML article into an audio book if you wish. Just again, that's all in the publications, and you can also search for example, the journal Time. Here's the journal Time, and again, you have all the issues on the right side, and you just go here and pick the newest issue of Time, and you see it's already from next week. So some articles are in PDF, some are only in HTML, so just as this depends. And I also want to mention that not everything in this database is in full text. It says it's Business Source Complete, but you will also find articles that are not in full text, so it's not everything is available in this database. But if there is a PDF or an HTML, then there is full text. Okay. So let's now go into searching, and you can use a database just like Google, just typing something in the database like business ethics, and then you just click on it, and you will see a lot of articles. Here's like all the PDFs are here. You can click on the title to see the metadata like abstract and the subject terms, like here. But you could also make it a bit quicker by doing the mouse over here. Just go with the mouse over this, and then you can just quickly read the abstract and see if this is an article that is interesting for you. Okay. On the left side, you will have a lot of options to limit your results. So for example, full text. And if you limit to full text articles, you will only get articles that are available in full text. So now everything in the list does have either a PDF or an HTML link. There is a date slider, so you can limit by date. And there's, for example, a peer-reviewed limiter, and this will only present you with articles that are from academic journals. So this will not include, now the list here will not include like journals like Forbes or Time. This will only be academic journals, and those of course are more useful when writing a thesis or an academic paper. Below there are source types. So again, you can choose by academic journal, or you can have books or product reviews, magazines, and then there is subject to subject facets. I'll look into this in a minute. And there's publication. So here's all the journals now that are in this result list. So if you only want to have journals from the journal of articles from the Journal of Business Ethics, you just click here, and you will get only articles from this journal. Also, there's company facet. So if one of the articles is about a certain company, you can just go here, click on Global Impact or Enron Corporation, and limit to articles from a certain company. Also, there's language, but most of the articles is in English in this database. And there's also geography. So this is what the article is about. If you only want to have articles about United States, just click on this one, and you will only have articles left about the United States. So here now we are left with 7 articles, and here you can see what we have applied, what limiters we have used, and you can also remove them again. So if you're not only about the Enron Corporation, but about other companies as well, we could remove this again. Okay. Let's just maybe look here now. China, going to China in this case. So now we have articles about the United States and China. So now we have 17 articles, and let's say we would like to save them now for later use. So those might be interesting, but maybe the bus is coming or we have to go home or something. So then we can save those articles quickly. And you can save them into the personal folder. Here's the folder, and you can quickly go here, click them, and move them to the folder. And you can also move the whole page to the folder. Let's go to the Share menu, click on Results, and then I have saved now all those 17 articles into my folder, and the folder is here. However, if the computer is now like freezing or internet is breaking down or whatever, the articles are lost again. So to save them permanently and just keep them for my usage, I have to sign in here. There's sign in, or here's also sign in, and you can create a personal account now into this database, and you just create a new account in this way. Just below here, create new account, and you can do this very quickly, like I do here. Just a username and a password. and just retype password and a security question, and that's all. And now you have created an account. And now those 17 articles, they are saved here permanently. And when you log on there tomorrow, the articles are still there. And this really helps you working with the database. This really makes life much easier here in the database. Let's go to the folder. The next day you log on, just go to the folder here. And here you're back with those articles from yesterday. And then you can, for example, select them all and export them to Citavi or EndNote or RefWorks reference manager, like one of those bibliographic softwares, if you happen to use one. Or you can also send those articles by email. And you see there's a PDF here. You can also attach the PDF to the email, and you can send the PDF from here. A nice feature is also that you can here in the database create subfolders or custom folders. So if you have more than, like, if you're working for an assignment, you can create a folder for assignment 1, for example, and save all the articles that you need for a certain assignment and save them day by day in this subfolder here. Now this folder is here at the bottom, and here are the 17 articles. So now you can save more articles. Okay. So that was just quickly to show you the basic search. So you just start with a new search, you just type something in like in Google, and then you apply the limiters like we just did now. However, there's a tool in the database that makes any of your searches much better, and this is the so-called thesaurus. Okay, so let's just go back to one of those articles to show you this. When you do a search here, and if you look at one of the articles and you click on this one, you will see there's subject terms of this article here, like in this case, business ethics. And those subject terms, they have been applied by EBSCO indexers. People at us, they read all the articles and provide those subject terms. And they take the subject terms from the thesaurus. And the thesaurus here on the top, here's the thesaurus, is just a list of all the subject terms that our indexers have been using so far for the database. And here you can identify the best search term. With databases, it's just like with a lot of computer applications, it's like garbage in, garbage out. It means like if you have a bad search term, you get bad results. So if you want to have a good results for your searches, you need a good search term. And here in the thesaurus, you can find the best search term for your searches. Okay, so just an example. Let's say you're looking for articles about wind power or wind energy. You're not sure how to search this. You can just check here. So let's type in here wind energy and browse in the thesaurus, and you see wind energy use wind power. And then you know, okay, in this database, you have to use wind power for the best results. And you can also click on the term. And if you click on the term, you will also see broader terms and if there are any narrower terms. And in this case, there's no narrower terms. You could just like click the term, click on add, and now you have the correct syntax, and then you can just search. And now you have a tested search, and this will give you all the best articles about wind power from the database. Okay, just make another example here. Back to the thesaurus, and let's say we're looking for articles on public-private partnership, and then you might just like type it in here, or private-public partnership, and then you start your search in the thesaurus. And sometimes you're not finding something here. So if this happens, you could also try here relevancy ranked, because it's just about the term begins with here usually. So if you go to relevancy ranked and try again, you will see that the correct term for this search is public-private sector cooperation. Okay, so with public-private partnership, you will not get best results, but you can use this term here. This will give you the best results. And you can just click on it. And then in this case, you will see narrower terms. So there's build, operate, transfer, and corporate welfare. And you can now pick and choose the term, and then if you want, you can add the narrower terms, or you can click on explode. This will also add the narrower terms. It's the same thing. As there are only 2 of those, you don't have to use it, but sometimes there's 10 or 20 of the narrower terms. And I also always recommend to use the explode function here as well, so you're not losing any more specific articles about a certain topic. And then you can just again click on add and have the correct term, and now you have all the best articles about a certain topic from from the database. So this is really the most important thing to remember when you do searches. Just check in the thesaurus before you start searching. And I'll do this again. We had a search before business ethics, so I'll check if this was the correct term, and I'll just click on business ethics and click on browse, and you see, okay, business ethics was okay. I click on the term, and I'll see that there's a couple of narrower terms here. So there's social responsibility of business, there's whistleblowers, business intelligence, etc. Those are all parts of business ethics. And if I do a basic search as we did, like Google-like, just typing in business ethics, you will have lost all those topics. So that's how or why the thesaurus is so important. So you can see all the narrow terms, and you can tell if you're losing any more specific terms here. And as I don't want to lose anything, I'll just click on business ethics and click on explode. And explode will just add those terms here, the narrower terms, to my topic. And again, I click on add, and you can see all the narrower terms have been added. And now I'm also searching for whistleblowers, because this also impacts the business ethics, of course. And now clicking on search. And now I have all the data, all the articles from this topic about this topic, and I can be sure I have not lost anything. And now I can use the facets again. So for example, I can use only full text articles, please. And maybe only articles from the last 17 years, only since 2000. And then I can limit maybe to click on show more to see more. Maybe only you can see SWOT analysis only, or newspaper articles if you wish, or academic journals, and so on. So this is again the possibility now, and you can use those facets to get more articles. There's also the 2 subject facets, and those will also display the subject terms again. So if you want, you can click on thesaurus term and click on show more, and again you can narrow your results now for a certain topic, maybe sustainable development or stakeholder theory or something like this. Okay, so again, we are with the facets, and those help you very quickly go down from 50,000 to 900 in this case. And again, you can use like publication or publisher or articles about a certain company. Again, if you only want to have something about Shell, for example, you can do this. Okay, so that's the most important thing about searching. Just try to use the thesaurus before you do a search. And if there is no search term you can find in the thesaurus, then you would just use the basic Google-like search as we did. And again, if you want, you can also be more specific. So if you're searching for an author, you can only search in the author field, or searching for a certain article title, then pick title. Or if you want to search about a certain company, you can also go here to company entity, search the company entity field, and then search for Heinz, for example. And then you will only get articles about the company Heinz, ketchup, etc. However, there's a better way to get also company information. Here is company information. Okay, so just click on the company information. This will open a new page, and here you can search for a company. And again, if you want to search for Heinz here, you will be here, and you have all the different companies that have Heinz in the name, and probably that's the one we're looking for. If you click on it, you will come to the company homepage, and on the left side you have easy access to all the different document types about this company. So if you would like to have SWOT analysis of Heinz, just click on SWOT analysis, and then you're here and you have all the SWOT analysis of the company here. Okay, so this is easy to be found here in the company information area. Company information, so like another one, maybe Daimler. There's also possibility to search for ultimate parent. So just to show you this one, what this means. So Mercedes. And now if you search for ultimate parent, we will find the ultimate parent of the Mercedes companies. And those are, of course, Daimler. You see Daimler. And here are the affiliations. And you see there's like a Mercedes-Benz leasing stuff. So you can also search for a ticker symbol. So if you're searching for ticker symbol Goog, which is the typical symbol for Google, you will be here in the Google company. And there's again the new one, Alphabet in this case. Clicking on Alphabet, again, you can look about all newspaper articles, for example, about Alphabet. Click on newspapers, and then we have all the latest newspaper articles about this company. Okay. So again, here on the top, there's publications for finding journal issues. There's company information for finding specific companies and all the documents related to a certain company. And there's thesaurus to find the best search terms for your searches. Okay. And again, if you have a couple of articles that you would like to know and to save maybe for later, let's go here, maybe everything about Apple. Limit to Apple in this case. And there's also possibility maybe to limit to magazine articles. So now we don't want to have only newspapers, we also want to have magazines here only. And then we can just go here to share and put those results into the folder again. And now we have a personal folder, we have already created a subfolder, so we can decide if we want to put it into the assignment folder maybe. So put this into the assignment folder, and when you log on the next day, you are here in the folder and you have all the articles here in the assignment folder. Now we have 28. So here it's a nice way to collect articles for a certain topic, and you can just come back any other day and just add some more work here in the database. Okay. Are there any questions maybe at this point? Just mentioning that I can't hear you actually, so your microphones are muted, but if you have a question, just write them into the chat box, please. Okay, so that's basically it about the databases. Just want to mention, if you would like to learn more about those search fields, about advanced options, well, you actually don't need this, because if you work with the thesaurus, you will be fine about the most important topics. But of course, if you are an experienced researcher, you might want to have some more information about like how to search for certain fields here. All this information is here in the question mark. So if you click on the help, and there's tutorials you can also see, but there's also on the left side, there's information about searching. Like you can look at wildcard and truncation symbols that you can use. You can use a question mark or a dash here. Or you can also have a look at the proximity searches that you could do, like N5 or W8 and stuff like this. So you could, like, for example, something like this, business N8 ethics. This will give you results where business and ethics are within 8 words of each other. So And of course, you will get more results this way as we do like N2, and then you will only get results where business ethics are within 2 words of each other. You see you have a little bit less here. But this is just not really needed in the database. If you work with the thesaurus and if you work with the folder, you will be fine. Okay? Very quickly, also another advanced feature is the search history. It's here, just below. And you will notice that if you click it, it has now recorded all of my searches here. So everything I did so far is here recorded. And the good thing is you can from here save your searches. So if you have browse the thesaurus, and if you have found out the best search term for a topic, would be a pity if the next week when you come to the database, the next week you will have to do this all over again and start again in the thesaurus. So that's why you can save the searches. So just go to the search history, select the searches that you would like to save. Maybe not this one. Like I remove a couple of those, and those also not, but all the others maybe are interesting. And then I can here save searches. And this will also save my searches in the folder. And I just, like Monday searches, I'll just do it like this. I save it. And now they are in the folder. And here, folder, saved searches. And when I come log in the next day, I can just click here, retrieve saved search, and I'll just go here, business ethics, and I can rerun the search, and I don't have to go to the thesaurus again and identify the best search term, etc. So I can really save my searches, and this can also help me a lot of time and will be making my searches more efficient here in the database. Okay, and last but not least, you will notice a little orange square here. So if you would like to be informed and be kept up to date about everything about business ethics, for example, or everything about the company Heinz here, you could just click on this item, and the system or the database will send you all new articles by mail or by RSS feed. So it's an easy way to be kept up to date and use the database as a news service. Just create a search, and in the search history, just click on the orange square and enter your email address and save your alert. And then you will be receiving emails about any new articles for your search. So it's quite a nice feature, and it's really very easy to just start alerts here. Okay, just mentioning the last thing now. Here, there's the database. That's what you're searching, Business Source Complete. If you click here on Choose Databases, you can also add some more databases to have access to. Business Source, by far, is the largest one that you have here access to, but there's also an EconLit database that is more like, more economics related, a little smaller, but also has some nice information. And there's an ebook collection, an ebook business collection that might be useful to you. Of course, you can add those all together and do a search, but then just want to mention that if you add more than one database, you see the thesaurus is a bit changed, or let's do a search here. If you do a search with more than one database, and just click in the search history. Sometimes the search history gets too long, so then you have to just remove it. Then you will see at the bottom, you will now find the results by database. You can see the ebook business collection. There's also been some books about business ethics. But still, actually it makes more sense to go to each database separately, because then you can do your searches much more specific. Okay. Okay, so are there any questions? Okay, if there's no questions, then so we've come to the end. Thank you very much for joining me here, and I hope this was useful. If you have questions on the database, please contact your library. So I think that's the easiest way. I wish you success with your studies and the searching the database. And yeah, thank you and bye bye.